Roughly 9% of GameStop shares are sold short. Meanwhile, the stock is breaking out of a monthly bull flag pattern. A combination of a large cash hoard, technical breakout, and high short interest is a recipe for a run into year end, says Zacks. This is Zacks' consensus, basically stating that GameStop could have a nasty breakout towards the end of the year. Now, they did quote GameStop short interest at roughly 9%. Retail investors, us diamond hand holders, know it is much greater than that. GameStop's been tweeting over on their X profile, Buck the Bunny. They've been making replies. They've been saying Buck is back. Remember me right here. They're retweeting these tweets, quoting these tweets, liking these tweets, talking about Buck the Bunny. What is all of this? Now, maybe this is reaching, but pay attention and like the video. Before we get into the charts, let's talk a little bit about the Buck the Bunny situation. Somebody is calling out the flag that Ryan Cohen recently posted, stating that there is a 17 in the flag as well as a match. Now, tomorrow is November 17th. Buck the Bunny came back with an announcement for tomorrow. This is how they're reaching the 17 in the flag down here. You can kind of see it. Where is there a match? It's questionable, but you could kind of make out that there is a match in there. Now, this may be reaching, but this would also line up with Roaring Kitty's timeline. You see the flag and the music, and then light them up, right? You have that fire coming next, and this is the beginning of the melt up. GameStop tweeting Buck the Bunny, basically stating that this week is the start of the melt up. This is potential, this is all speculation, and based on GameStop's chart, if we didn't even see anything happen yet, then expect some big moves. Now, I also wanted to point out that Buck the Bunny was being talked about 2 years ago over on Reddit. What happened to Buck the Bunny and why is he back? This was 2 years ago, a Reddit post over on GameStop. Basically goes down the list of some things happening within the company and then how GameStop launched their mobile game called Buck and the Coin of Destiny. The ultimate question comes, why is this coming back? This also had to do, supposedly, right, hypothetically, with NFTs, the NFT marketplace, collectibles, all that other stuff that GameStop was getting into. And we're back in this crypto boom. We're back in this melt up. GameStop's tweeting Buck the Bunny. We are in an exciting scenario to start the week. GameStop is currently trading at $26.59. However, it is down a little bit in overnight trading, so that is going to be a little bit of a different price. However, taking a look at the weekly time frame, the weekly chart, look at this disgusting buildup that we have had with GameStop with 3 green weeks in a row. What does this normally indicate to us? This normally indicates a large move. Look at these 3 green weeks in a row that you saw right here, April 22nd, 29th, and then May 6th, and then this major boom over to $64. Again, you're seeing it test the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, having 3 beautiful weeks, waiting to get that disgusting move to the upside. And it's not just those times. If you look previously, GameStop has done the same thing, pressing against the Bollinger Bands when we ripped in 2021, getting nasty green candle, green candle, green candle, exploding before hitting all-time highs, right? Ultimately, we are in a perfect setup, almost perfect setup for GameStop's chart, and I am very excited. Drop your comments down below. Spam GME in the comments, guys. Do not sleep on it. And let's not also forget that to end the week, expiring November 15th, the options chain was very bullish with 62,000 calls that expired in the money and only 3,000 puts, hurting a lot of market makers, even though there was a lot of premium that was collected on the offhand side of things. There are shares to hopefully potentially be purchased depending on who held these contracts. Market makers have to go out, buy these shares, so on and so forth. We could see some gamma ramp start happening along with some squeezing, right? So that buying pressure, that squeezing. Ultimately, I don't want to get your hopes up too much. If we see some nasty moves higher, I obviously had some old price targets drawn out that I could see GameStop getting to, all the way up to about $320 to $330, which is about a 1,200% gain. And who knows where we go from there, right? That's just one of my tops. Now, AMC is not reporting the options chain yet to start the week. We had a ton of short exempts stacked on it whenever it tested the top of this channel. And AMC building out a channel like this is very bullish. Every single time before it squoze or had a nasty leg up, I have drawn out and showed you on the channel. If you've not been following the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn post notifications on. That AMC did this channel before breakout, and we've correlated several other things with that. Now, there are a couple things that I didn't bring up in this video. Ethereum Classic and XRP have been absolutely annihilating the market and ripping heads off. At the end of this video, I'll touch a little bit on crypto, but only on a couple, and I'm going to talk about the coin that I just dumped all of my money into if you didn't see the video I uploaded last night. Now, AMC and GameStop are looking extremely bullish to start the week, but ultimately what is going to affect the week? First of all, the first thing that's going to affect the week and what is going to happen is Nvidia earnings being released this week. Nvidia earnings is going to smack the market, but is it going to smack it in a good way or a bad way? Now, there are analysts stating that Nvidia earnings is set to soar. However, there are many critics saying it is time to step away from Nvidia. Nvidia is expected to report 74 cents a share in earnings on Wednesday, which is up 85% from a year ago. According to Zacks, which we talked about at the beginning of the video, they see revenue jumping 81.1% from a year ago to $32.8 billion. Now, it is not all about this. We saw last time Nvidia reported earnings. It is also about the guidance that comes out. We do know one thing. We don't know if it's going to be good. We don't know if it's going to be bad. We do know that it is going to impact the market. Now, also keep in mind the recent things that happened with SMCI, which was Nvidia's largest customer, as well as what's going on with their Blackwell chips, which have already faced delays and now are encountering problems with accompanying servers that overheat, causing some customers to worry that they will not have enough time to get new data centers up and running. You also have to keep in mind on all of this negative information that Nvidia is still leaning not just the AI sector, not just the AI space, but the market, right? It is the most valuable company in the world as of right now. Now we can see that the S&P 500 has absolutely tanked once it tapped 600 on the dot, now trading at 585.75, and this looks like a typical crash scenario, in which case you would see this scenario, these two candles on Monday getting a little bit of a pop, and then a little bit of a pullback, and then ultimately when Nvidia reports earnings on Wednesday, a major red candle to begin the crash. Now this is worst case scenario, and that would ultimately take the market down to 576.75 very fast. So we would watch those levels. If we are in a melt up, this is not likely to happen. I also want to note if the SPY crashes right now, it doesn't stop crypto from being in a melt up, and it doesn't stop GameStop and AMC from potentially squeezing. But just be wary, there was a lot of volume on this sell-off and people get spooked out of their positions when the SPY hit 600. And then ultimately you have that Fed meeting that is important coming out December to see if they are going to raise rates or cut them. And Fed Powell didn't give the best attitude the last time we heard from him. And on top of that, we have geopolitical tensions. Russia issues a warning to the United States. Biden's decision to allow Ukraine to strike Russia with American missiles could lead to World War III. Overall, hopefully all of this stops by the time Trump gets into office. Here are the Fed speakers this week before we touch on crypto. Fed member Goolsbee, Schmid, Cook, Bowman. These are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you have Hamak, however you want to pronounce it, Goolsbee also on Thursday, as well as Barr, and then Bowman speaks on Friday. Here are the notable earnings for the week that we have to pay attention to, and it is another exciting week once again. Monday after close, we don't see too much happening. Tuesday after close, we see it get slightly more interesting with Dolby, as well as Futu reporting before the open on Tuesday, which is for Mumu, that is Mumu's ticker, and then ultimately Wednesday is going to be a beautiful day. Neo is before open. That's something you want to pay attention to. Nvidia is after hours. Snowflake is one of those squeeze plays. You could watch Jack in the Box as well. And then some of the airlines, you go over to Thursday and there are some other potential plays. But mainly we're looking at the dead center of the week. And then on the beginning half and the back half, we're going to be watching crypto continue to melt up or potentially melt down. But ultimately, I am bullish on crypto. Bitcoin's trading at 90K. Look at the consolidation you're seeing at 90,000. You are consolidating at the top of the range, and this, in my opinion, I'll say it again, time and time again, Bitcoin has just had its first leg up out of several leg ups, and I think we make a move to 103.5, right? 103,500, and altcoins, other cryptos are going to follow it, including Bonk, which is where I dumped most of my money yesterday. Bonk is basically flat on the day, was up 5%. It did hit one of my price targets, and I want to put that out there to be weary of Bonk hitting one of my price targets, which is 4056724. Now, Bonk is not likely to stop there in my opinion because this is the first level of breakout that it has seen. This just recently broke its all-time high at 4047823, somewhere in that range. And it could potentially come back down to base off of that level before rallying higher. Ultimately, I am holding Bonk because I see it coming to my next price target as Bitcoin gaps up and then as alts follow to 4082234, which is a major 60% move to the upside, right? That is where I'm watching for bonk to get to, and that is my next price target. Is it my last price target? No, it's actually not my last price target. I see it potentially chopping off another zero and coming up to that next level to 3 zeros, 10692, and then potentially 3 zeros, 12, 3670, which is a 140% gain. Ultimately, this is what I see for bonk, and I'm excited to continue to hold this coin. Let me know in the comments down below if you are in bonk. Also, keep in mind that bonk has surpassed Bitcoin trading volume on Coinbase the last day, which moves into the numbers 2 slot behind XRP, and we just saw how XRP was performing. Overall, guys, that is what I got for tonight's video. I'm sorry I uploaded extremely late tonight. I was at a Patriots game earlier. They did not win, but I hit a little parlay over there. If you guys aren't in the Discord yet, come talk stocks, come talk crypto, and come see my trades as soon as I take them. And you can also request specific videos that you want me to post out here on the channel. Speaking of requesting specific videos, if you want to leave a tip, I will cover your ticker in a YouTube short. It is right here. The link is in the description. If you guys want up to 15 free stocks, press the Moomoo link, open an account, and make a deposit into Moomoo to start earning up to 15 free stocks and earn 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash. Feel free to sell these stocks and withdraw your money. You don't have to invest it, but I consider Moomoo one of the best brokers out there, not only because of the benefits you get out of it, but their tools, including level 2 order book data for free, access to trading options, going long, going short as a retail trader, viewing other exchanges, a customizable earnings calendar, and more. So again, press that link, open an account, and make a deposit before November is over. Get your free money before Christmas so that you guys can go buy presents or whatever it is that you need to buy. And my custom indicator is under the video, which is pattern detection and forecasting. If you don't have it yet, go get access for 2 weeks for free. And don't forget to go subscribe to my second channel because it's free and it takes 1 second. Actually, let me subscribe right now on film. We are now at 87 subscribers and we need 13 more. And as soon as we hit 100, the first video drops over there. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Socks out.